This is Valley News Live at noon.
New for you at noon, a Fargo woman is set to spend the next 3 decades in prison for killing a family friend's toddler late last year. Cass County judge sentenced 38-year-old Brandy Adelke early this morning after she pleaded guilty to both murder and child abuse this fall for the brutal death of 15-month-old Mika.
I don't understand how you could take a life of an innocent child and what she could have done so badly that made you hurt her.
Adelke's sentence comes directly from the wishes of Mika's father, who prosecutors say was adamant he didn't want his daughter's killer to spend the rest of her life in prison. Adelke will be eligible for 5 years of supervised probation around 2045. And coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 5, hear Adelke's tearful apology to Mika's family and how her family wants the community to remember her. Clay County Sheriff's Office is searching for a driver who fled from an early morning traffic stop. It happened around 1 a.m. this morning in rural Moorhead on 57th Avenue north of Dilworth. Clay County Sheriff Mark Empting said several tactics were used to stop the vehicle, including stop sticks, but it went into the ditch and the driver fled. 41-year-old Julie Oliver was arrested for felony 5th-degree controlled substance and felony possession of burglary tools in connection with the incident. If you have any information on the location or identity of the driver, contact the Clay County Sheriff's Office. We now know what caused a fatal crash on I-29 in Fargo last week that killed 73-year-old woman. Authorities say she was trying to fix a trailer that was attached to the truck. Clinton and Louise Drari were standing outside of their truck when their trailer was hit by Taylor Hemish, who was driving a Toyota 4Runner. Louise Drari was killed and the man sustained serious injuries. Hemish was not hurt. The crash report states that she is not facing any charges. The roads were slick this morning, and there are some parts of the valley still getting cleared. As you can see, a lot of eastern North Dakota has scattered or compacted ice on the roads, and there are snow drifts across the roads near Washburn and Manning and up north by Lakota and Langdon. And on the Minnesota side, we're seeing a lot of roads completely covered with slush and ice. Highway 52 to Sabin is icy. Highway 10 all the way to Osage is covered. So plows are out. Just take extra time if you're traveling today. And while it's still pretty cold outside, the sun is out, and that may help road conditions. So let's go to meteorologist Lisa Green for a look at the weather for the rest of the day. Lisa?
Well, yeah, we are going to be dealing with the cold all day long here today. So it's going up, the temperature going up a little bit, but not by much. So be prepared for that chill no matter what time you're stepping out the door. We have a first alert weather day for that cold to follow the storm system that we saw blast through this weekend and overnight last night. And there are still some wind chill alerts in effect for the Devil's Lake Basin until 1 o'clock this afternoon. That's where we're looking at wind chills that are lowest, more into the mid to upper 20s below the 0 degree mark. A wind chill of 27 below in Devil's Lake, 26 below in Langdon, and over to the east we have 24 below in Bemidji. Fargo, it feels like 17 below right now. That's an improvement from this morning, but it is still feeling quite chilly. Here's a look at our winds. They've eased up in many areas, still getting some speeds though into the teens, and that makes the difference on that wind chill when you combine that with our temperatures. Looks beautiful out there though. We've got that fresh sparkling snow and the blue sky. It's just not fun to stand out there and take it all in. We're looking at temperatures that are working their way up. Jamestown is above 0 now at 2 degrees. Fergus Falls is at 1, but check out Bemidji and Devil's Lake still at 5 below. Fargo's still below 0 right now too at 1 below. So slow climb here today, and we'll see those temperatures rise into the single digits above 0. That's going to be again a shock to us. We haven't had this kind of weather in a while, and this continues into this evening. But notice what happens as we head into tonight. Clouds start to move in, and that's going to help to blanket us, insulate us a little bit, and hopefully prevent our temperatures from dropping as much as they did overnight last night. So we're going to talk more about that and some warmer weather coming our way here in just a couple of minutes.
Well, that's the first time I've cheered for clouds. So
there are friends in the overnight hours during the winter time.
Thanks so much, Lisa. A Clay County grand jury has indicted Idris Haji Muhammad with 1 count of first-degree murder in connection with the shooting of 32-year-old Abdi in Moorhead on September 10th. Ibrahim Isaac was also indicted with 1 count of aiding and abetting. If convicted, Haji Muhammad would face life in prison. According to court documents, Haji Muhammad bailed out on September 15th with a $1 million bond. After he was arrested and arraigned on Thursday, the judge set a new bail of $3 million cash or bond without conditions. If convicted, Isaac also faces life in prison. Haji Muhammad will return to court on December 21st. Opening statements will start on Wednesday for a white former Minnesota police officer who said she drew her handgun by mistake when she fatally shot black motorist Dante Wright. But the first two sides will meet with the judge and finalize jury instructions. 9 of the 12 jurors likely to deliberate are white. 1 is black and 2 are Asian. Potter is charged with manslaughter. Meanwhile, a Minneapolis man has been charged with trying to intimidate the judge presiding over Potter's trial. Cortez A. Rice was charged with tampering with a judicial officer. Last month, Rice allegedly went into a condo building where he thought Judge Regina Chu lived and made comments meant to intimidate her into allowing broadcast coverage of the trial. She later approved video coverage, but made it clear that the demands of protesters were not a factor. And tighter travel restrictions kick in today for international travelers entering the United States. All visitors must show proof of a negative COVID-19 test within 1 day of travel instead of the usual 3 days. The move is part of President Biden's plan to control the spread of the new Omicron variant. In addition, the president has also extended the mask requirement for buses, trains, and domestic planes through March. Later at noon, it's a feat to live to 100 and even more so for 3 sisters. But next, Lisa Green is here with weather to plan your day. Stay with us.